I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation. He gave me his blessing. And I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life. So much so to the point that I can die right now and be okay with knowing that I truly gave myself to somebody. Have literally never been in love in that kind of a way. So much so that being intertwined in that way, walking away from it, butchered me. Like I'm shaking right now.
Welcome back to another episode of Street Matters with Sems. Make sure you're smashing that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up as well, please. That will do bits for the YouTube algorithm. So make sure you give me that thumbs up as well. And make sure you hit that notification bell as well, so that way you will not be unaware of my next uploads. So let's get right into it. Apparently, Alsina said that Will Smith gave him the blessing for him to pursue Jada Pinkett Smith. Boy. Just to give you guys some context about who Jada Pinkett Smith is, American actress, also a producer, a singer-songwriter, she's a TV personality. She got money. She's supposedly married to Will Smith. Well, they're supposed to be anyway, because their type of marriage is not quite the type of marriage that the conventional couple would engage in. The Smith family already have a lot on their plate, what with Jaden coming out on Twitter and fully bashing this YouTuber. The YouTuber that he was bashing goes by the name of Shane Dawson. And what Shane Dawson done, excuse me, if you have any kids in the room, by the way, just make sure you cover the ears or mute this part, because I can't lie, what he done apparently was very gross. Shane Dawson actually apparently jacked off in front of a poster of Willow Smith when she was 11. So imagine now you as a mother and Jaden especially as a brother looking at that and thinking, what the hell is going on? Also a YouTuber that has said the N-word before, who's done blackface, and for those things he has apologized for. So obviously his family are being dragged through the mud already, and that's definitely not a good look. So even now with what's happened, that's come out even worse. That was even yesterday, as I'm filming this video yesterday, Alsina appeared on a public platform being interviewed by the one and only Angela Yee from The Breakfast Club, after having took a very long hiatus away from the world of music, you know. And I can't lie, Alsina, he's got a beautiful voice, he's so talented. Obviously he's gone through stuff. So I even remember one time on YouTube, I saw him performing at a show in New York City, right? And everything was going good, he was vibing on the stage, and then all of a sudden he fainted and he fell off stage. His condition was definitely not the healthiest one. You know, it's somebody that has gone through lupus, he's gone through depression, he's gone through heartbreak, especially now with the whole Jada situation. Even in the interview that he had with Angela Yee, he speaks about his situation with his mother as well, it not being the best of relationships. Like, he's been through it. Popping pills called Percocets, which is something that Future glorifies in his song, that Percocets, Marley Percocets. Yo. But Percocets is actually a drug to be popped in the way that people have been popping it, you know. And Alsina will tell you that he's popped it like no man's business. As soon as you sleep at night time, he's popping it. Early in the morning, first thing that he's doing, he's popping it. Funny enough, when he did address it, it was on the Jada Pinkett show. It was on a show that she was hosting, and her mother was also a part of it. Her mother was also speaking about the problems and the struggles and the addictions that she's had to let go as well.
That's 27 years clean from a heroin addiction. Yeah, 27 years clean.
Over the years, from whenever they met to now, I feel like their relationship was very on and offish, but it was they very much had a connection. And now, unfortunately, they want to deny the allegations, but we know we know the truth. Now, Jada Pinkett Smith, she is quite a pretty woman. It's not the first relationship that she's been in that is out there in the open. She's had like close relationships as well with Tupac, R.I.P., the legend, the GOAT himself, Tupac, may his soul rest in peace. She's also been in rumoured relationships with athletes such as Grant Hill, other actors as well, Wesley Snipes, and it's just now that obviously she's supposedly supposed to be in a committed relationship with Will Smith, but of course Alsina is in the mix as well. So those are just a few boyfriends, quote unquote, that she's had in the past. She's quite an open woman about her sexuality, you know, not necessarily giving everything to one man, but also having a rotation of men. There's even a funny picture that's out there on Twitter about how she needs to control her hoes, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not surprised at all that Jada and August got close to each other, because Will Smith apparently gave the blessing anyway, and these two, especially himself, Will Smith, has been very open and transparent and explicit about the seriousness of both of them embarking on what it is, what they would call an open relationship. What's your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this? Because to me, let me not go into my opinion just yet, but yeah, you comment down your thoughts, let me know, let's talk. So yeah, like having open relationships is a sticky one for me personally. If you wanted to be in an open relationship with this person, why would you go to the extent of actually putting a ring on that person's finger and, you know, having to necessarily say vows in front of somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like there should be a fine line, you know, in terms of how and like what people should be marrying for. No, I just don't feel like they would be able to work out faithfully. I mean, I don't have any proof, or the statistics out there don't really necessarily show open relationships being and working in favour for those who practice them. Sorry. I just feel like things like that could have easily been avoided. He identifies Jaden Smith as being God's divinity. Crazy. I mean, like, there's always two sides to a story as well. So guys, don't think I'm being too harsh on Jada. Even though there's two sides to a story, if you're just gonna allow your team to handle it by saying no comment, or that's not true, it's incorrect, then accept also the fact that people are gonna incriminate you and say that you had every right, you had every involvement in this, and you knew what you were doing, and you're partly to blame as well in how upset he is. I need Jada Pinkett Smith or Will Smith or both of them individually to come out, showing their faces with evidence as well to prove the fact that the allegations are false. What he said on the Angela Yee interview platform is false. Put whatever's out there as the current narrative to shame. Because right now is looking very long. I sincerely and honestly think that there's been some form of misunderstanding, serious misunderstanding. No man wants to feel like they need to come on such a platform, you know, and express their love for somebody who's completely denying it back. That's crazy. August Alsina in his case, Will Smith even in his case, struggling men need to be able to confide in other men who understand what it is they're going through, but who are also in good and stable married relationships, and vice versa. Struggling women as well should also be able to confide in other women who are not going to judge them for what they're doing, but who are able to understand and relate to what they're going through. Right now, Team August, Team AA, August Alsina. I'm Team August Alsina until further notice, you get me? For me, marriage has to exclusively be reserved for a man and a wife. Only. Moi et elle. Well, thank you so much. God bless you for watching and keeping your eyes peeled until the very end. Yeah, it's your boy Sems. Subscribe, share this video as well. Give it a thumbs up. Extra content as well. I promise you they're gonna be dropping like flies. You understand? Alright. God bless you all.